Well, it's May the 5th, and we're still raining. Well, folks, welcome back again. And today is Thursday the 5th, and guess what it's doing outside? Yeah, guess. It's raining again. The other day, I went to Home Depot again to see if I could pick up items that are needed to start the project out front. And was one particular thing that I was looking for. It was the nails for the Bosch framing nailer. So I got there and they didn't have any. A guy in the store, I said, I'm looking for some Bosch nails and I can't find them. And he said, well, what number was the nails? I said, well, I don't know. It was 3.5 by 130, and they were 28 degree nail. He said, it has to be something else. I said, well, these nails that you have, they're the same size, but yet they've got paper holding them together. Kind of had the wire connecting them. And he said, well, what's the nail number? I said, oh, man, God. Like I know that. So anyway, I said, I'm going to have to go home again and find out what those nails were. So anyway, I got home and I looked at my gun and seen what model it was, and I checked the nails out, and it had the nail number on the case. So I said, well, rather than go back up there, I'm gonna try to find them online. So I went to Home Depot online and inputted the number for the nail, and it came up. I said, wow, they must have them. So they did not carry them in that store. I said, well, last year they did, but it just happened to be that they didn't carry them, and I would have to order them. And they said that they would be in by the 11th. I said, man, the 11th. So I said, no, that's not going to work. I checked Lowe's out, and to my surprise, Lowe's has them. I don't know why Home Depot stopped carrying them, but they did. So I'm going to go down, I guess, tomorrow morning and pick some more nails up for my gun, because I have to drive a lot of nails, and doing it by hammer would not a way to go. And that was my big trip to Home Depot. So I mentioned in my last video, and I promised you I would tell you a story about when I was in the Navy. I have a lot of stories I can tell you, but this one stuck out of my head, and I think that you will all interested in. So, but first, I gotta show you something. Well, how about that? EN2, second class. Engine man, look at the size of this thing. It's not, I couldn't get this on if I tried. I thought I was bigger than that, but I guess not. These old Cracker Jacks, when I first went into the military, or the Navy, they didn't have these. They didn't have them. They had another uniform, and these were a special issue. I still have them. So, on with the story. Well, we're going to tell you about a story back in the Navy days. Well, it's a story that I promised that I would tell you. I don't know if I should be saying anything to you, but back in 79, I guess, wouldn't be too bad. Would be giving away too many government secrets. But this is what happened. Well, we got a message from the command that we were going on a cruise. We just got back from a training mission down in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and it was about a 2-month training thing. That's when they get all the new people aboard, and well, we'll leave that for another time. Something went on that changed my life. But anyway, we got that we were to go to North Atlantic for 6 months. I said, whoa. You have to make all your, get everything in order while you were gone. So anyway, the day that we took off, I think it was about early that morning. I can't remember what time it was, but we were taking off, underway, on our way to the North Atlantic, when the captain, the intercom, and said that we would not be receiving any mail in these 6 months, and everything would be, hush hush. Well, as we were painting the hull numbers, that's over painting the hull numbers on the ship, so your ship wouldn't be able to be recognized which one it was. The next day, I think it was, next day, we were, the Navy SEALs came down and were planting C2 explosives on the fuel manifolds. I was going, man, that's strange. What are they doing that? And they were putting them in the sea chest too. The sea chest is where the engines get their cooling water. But they put explosives down there and down under the control room on the fuel manifolds. We went up to, I think it was about a week. We went up to the Shetland Islands and picked up a couple SEAL teams, 1 or 2 teams, and they came aboard, and we didn't know what was going on. So all our mission was to get the ship there and do whatever. Pick these SEALs up. So we picked them up and we started going down in the Barents Sea, about 12 miles off the coast of Russia. So anyway, we toured around there. We ran into a hurricane. The water was terrible. We were going over 40-foot swells, and the boat was being tossed around like a rubber ducky in the bathtub. So after that went on for about a week. Anyway, as we toured around up there, we noticed that we were being followed by a Russian minesweeper. Everywhere we went, a Russian minesweeper was following us, and we were steaming at full speed the whole time we were up there. And for the Russian minesweeper to keep up with us, they had to steam around full speed too. We steamed at full speed for about 2 weeks. But then, one morning I got up. I noticed the minesweeper was gone. About a week later, a week later, the minesweeper comes back. They got a picture of the captain and his, I guess, his top crew, the XO and the CO, had a big sign on their pilot house of their boat. It said, "Stop, bust my balls. At full speed, Yankee, go home." And I laughed. I had that picture somewhere. I guess got lost in the shuffle. I could tell you more about that operation that we did up there, but I wouldn't know if it would be illegality or... Well, you remember the Billy Powell incident? Billy Powell. He was the pilot that was shot down over Russia for taking high aerial photos of the Russian military bases. So, I'm not going to tell you too much about that, but I'm not going to... No, I won't. Well, that was my North Atlantic experience. Oh, I forgot to tell you. One day we were out on the water steaming after the minesweeper disappeared. We noticed all these ships. Now you gotta understand, we're a small vessel. They wanted to know what we were doing in their waters. And all we said was that we were in international waters conducting routine operations, and that's all information. But in all actuality, we were the communications station between another high-flying aerial plane. Operation Aggressive Night. Maybe you want to hear more stories like I had when I was in the Navy. So if you like this, comment and let me know. Let me know if you want to hear more stories. Until next time, see you in the funny papers. Bye.